Okay, in this video I'm going to go over steps 1 through 3 solving the Rubik's Cube. So to start off, you want to find 4 white edge pieces, and you'll know which ones they are because they're an edge piece with a white color on them. So I'm looking around the cube, I see one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. So what I want to do is put those edge pieces on the white face. So there's one already there, and I see there are 2 right here. So I'm going to do a face turn so I can move this guy up, but I'm going to have to move this piece out of the way so I can put this one up. So let me look for the last one, and it's right here. So I'm going to do a face turn, move it up in the place it needs to be, and then move this piece that I brought down back up. So it should look like that. So just practice that on your own for a while, and then I'll move on to the next step, which is aligning these colors right here below the white edge piece. So as I'm looking around, I see this one's aligned. So what I do now is I do a 180-degree turn with the piece that is already aligned with the 2 colors below the white edge piece. So I do that. So what do I do for this one? See, that's red and that's orange. So I'm going to keep moving the cube until red matches with red like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did before, a 180-degree turn. This is orange and that's blue, but they both need to be orange. So I'm going to move this over until I see them both being orange, and I'm going to do a 180-degree turn. This is already matched green and green, so I can just do a 180-degree turn, and the white cross should be solved. Just practice that on your own a lot. So I'm going to go through it one last time all together and move on to the next step afterwards. So there's one piece already on top. I see there's one piece right here, so I'm going to do a face turn and move it up. Oh, and then the 2 other ones are right here, so this one's easy. I do a face turn, and then I move the top, and then I can move both these up. So now all I need to do is match these guys to the same color. So I'm going to match blue up with blue, do a 180-degree turn, match green with green, 180-degree turn, orange with orange already matched up, 180-degree turn, and then red with red, and then do a 180-degree turn. And that concludes step number 1. In step number 2, we're just going to be placing these edge pieces in, and this is basically one of the easiest steps in the whole entire process of solving the Rubik's Cube. It's basic intuition, but I'll go through it with you. So let's see, this piece would be an ideal candidate for moving it in the top, but you can't just basically move it into the top because you move this edge piece that was previously right there. So what you need to do is first match up this color with the corresponding center piece. Once you match those, you know that this piece is in the correct position when moving it upwards. So what I mean by that is I'm going to match this blue piece with the blue center. So I'm going to turn this until these 2 are matching. See, what that means is when I move this up, it's in the correct place. See, if these were not matched, and let's say I had orange with blue and I move this up, these 2 colors are not matching, which is not what we want. So what I'm going to do now is instead of just moving this up and breaking this white piece, I'm going to move it away, and not in this direction, because if I move that away and I move this piece down, this white piece is just in oblivion. It's in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to move this white piece away, so when I move this piece down, I can move it back, and they're connected. So when I move it back up, it's in the correct position. So let me look again. There's another piece in this layer that would be easy to move up. So I'm going to match the blue with a blue, like so. and then move it away. So an easy way to remember which way to turn this white piece is in the two positions that are right next to it. Not these three pieces, but these two. So I'm going to move it in that direction. Move the column that you want to move it into down, and then move it back. What that does is connect these pieces so when you move it up, it's in the correct position. So I have another edge piece right here. So I want to match green with green. So they're matched now. And I need to move this up. So what I do is I move it away, move this down, move this back, and move it up. So it's in the correct position. So I only have one more. And oh, this one is in a different position. This is the second place this white piece can be. So you're like, wait, what the heck? If I move it up, I mean, hey, look, it's in an edge, but then these two pieces are gone. So what do? You move this white piece into the same layer the other pieces were in. Well, to do that, you put the white edge piece so it's facing either that way or that way. In this case, it would be facing that way. So what you do after this is you move the column it is in down and away, and then move the column back up. What that does is it puts in the same layer that we were just working with, so we can match red with red, and then move this piece back into this position, like so. And then that will solve the entire top layer. There's one last position the piece can be in. It's not in this layer, and it's not in this layer. It's in the bottom. So to do this, you want to move this white piece under any place that is not being occupied by a white edge piece. That's in the correct position. So this is directly below an empty space in the top place. What you do after that is you move it back. What this does is it moves this white piece from the bottom into the position you want it to be in, the first case that we had. So I'm going to move this back so you see it's in the bottom, and you move it down. So to move this white piece out of the way so we can move these back up into the top layer, you just want to move it away and then back up. So what that does, and it keeps this white piece in the layer you want it to be in while keeping these pieces where they are supposed to be. So then you match the orange with the orange, and then you move it away, down, back, and up. And that solves the entire top layer. So the third step when solving the Rubik's Cube is placing these edge pieces in the correct position so you have these first two layers solved. So how to do that is you want to have the white face on the bottom, so now you have the yellow face on the top. And what you want to be looking for is these four edge pieces, and they should be in the top layer. If they're not, it's okay, just look for the ones that are in the top layer. So I can tell you there's one right here. How you know it's an edge piece you need is if it doesn't have yellow, because you don't want to put a yellow edge piece into here because the yellow side's on top. So if you put a yellow edge piece in here, it's not in the correct position. You see, like these, hey, it's red and yellow, but what you need is blue and red. See, this would be red and yellow right here. So this is incorrect because it has yellow in it. This is incorrect because it has yellow in it. Oh, this is correct because it's red and green. There's no yellow, so I can use this one. And this one has red and blue, and that doesn't have yellow, so I can use this one. So the first step you want to do is match the color. If you have the edge piece, you want to match this color with the two bottom colors right here. These are not matching, so I'm going to move the bottom till I see them match. So now it should be like an upside down T once you match these up. So now you want to focus on the color on top. I can see that this color is red, so I'm going to look on both sides of this color. I see that side's red, and I see that side's orange. What you want to do is move this edge piece away from whatever color is on top. So if this is red and this is red, I'm going to move this away. the next thing I'm going to do is move this side up and then move it away from the color again, and then move this side down. What that does is it sets up this edge piece and this corner piece to go in direct relation, so when I move them together, they're matching. So I'm going to start back where I was and move it back towards the red side, and then I'm going to do a Y rotation, connect the pieces, move them back, connect the white pieces, and then move it down. What that does is it puts the edge piece that was right here down into here. So I'm going to do that again. This process just takes a lot of practice and remembering. So I see this is red and blue. I need to match this blue with the other two bottom pieces. You know, this edge piece you can use because it doesn't have yellow in it. So, okay, I matched the blue with the blue. So let's look on top. This is an orange color. I mean a red color, sorry. And you want to move it so it's going away from red. So it's going to be going towards the orange. So I want to move this color away from the same color it is. So red away from red. Move the red side up. And then move it away from red again. And move the side down. And then I want to do an Y prime rotation. And then move the top towards the red. Connect these two pieces. Move it again to connect the white pieces, and then move it down. So let me see. Oh, this is a very tricky situation. I'm glad I ran into this. What will you do if none of the pieces on top what if all the pieces on top are yellow and none of them have any of these colors down here? What you want to do is pretend one of these colors is one you can place into here. See, what you would do is you would switch these two. So you'd put this piece in the top layer and then this piece in this layer. Why you need to do that is so once this piece gets into this layer, you can put it correctly into wherever position it needs to be in. So I'm going to just use this blue and yellow piece. So what do I do now? I'm going to pretend this blue and yellow piece is a blue and orange piece. So what I will do is put this piece into here. So let's pretend this is orange, orange, orange. I'm going to move this away from the green, because let's pretend this is green. Pretend this is orange and green. So I'm going to move this away from the green, move the green side up, move it away from the green, and move the green side down. I'm going to do a Y rotation, move it towards the green, move it up, where I would connect these pieces. They're not like the colors are not connected, but the way I pretended the colors to be, they would be connected. Connect the white, and then move it down. As you can see, once I look around on the top layer, this orange and blue piece that was previously right here is now right here. So now what can I do? I can put this piece down into here. So this piece would move back up, and then I can put it into the correct position. So this is orange, 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 blue. I'm going to move it away from the color that's on top. So blue away from blue, blue side up, blue side away, move it back down. I'm going to do a Y prime rotation, move it towards the blue, move it back up so these guys are connected, move it, connect the white, and move it down. So now, once I look around, this piece that was previously right here is now right here. So now I can put it into right here. So I'm going to connect the green with the green. I'm going to see that this is orange and this is orange. So I'm going to move it away from the orange, move the orange side up, move it away, and move it back down. I'm going to see that these two, if I connect them, they're connected. But first you have to do that Y prime rotation. Move it towards the orange, move it back up to connect these, connect the whites, and move it back down. If you are confused, just rewatch and see the moves I do and try to imitate it. and just keep practicing it until it's in your muscle memory, so you don't have to keep relying on your actual mental memory, like, oh my gosh, what moves do I do? So just keep watching it and keep practicing it, and it should come along easily.